All right, so today we got a fun workout. I used to throw this at people when I would do kettlebell seminars, and I would use it as kind of like a way to review a lot of the things that I would go over. So basically I'm going to do 1 minute of a movement, and then every minute just switch to a different movement. And I remember in my seminar, I think it turned out being like 14 minutes long. A few less today. We're only going to be doing 10 minutes. So we're going to be doing 1 minute of swings, 1 minute of clean and jerks, and 1 minute of clean and jerks with the hand, a minute of American swings, yada, yada. And I'll go through all of those. Pretty fun workout. Just kind of keep the kettlebell moving for the whole 10 minutes. And if that's too hard, then you just turn it into a 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So you would work on that movement for 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds, and switch to the next one with the group. Fun workout. I like it a lot. But first, we got to warm up. I am super sore today. Yesterday, during the day, I did a whole bunch of exercises I haven't done for a while. That's got my arms and shoulders all sore, and then we did the 20-minute EMOM of that involved 150 goblet squats and a bunch of sit-ups. Ooh, yeah. So everything's a little rickety. Ooh. Yeah, shoulders especially are rather unhappy today. And I got like a paper cut on like right where your finger like bends, which is the worst place, right? And it's on my pointer finger, so this is going to be real interesting today. I'm going to try and basically grip without my pointer finger on my right hand. See how that works. Let's see. Since I'm all by myself, I'll use a few things you might not have, like this light stretchy band. Just used to warm up my back a little bit. Then I'm going to sit in a squat. Spend some time down here, wiggle back and forth a little bit. Stretch out the ankles. Then we're going to be doing some overhead stuff today. So it's prep for that. You can do this kind of like on a chair. I'm going to do this with a roller. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my arms in the roller like so. And then I'm going to roll it forward and roll it back. So you can do this, standing up, bent over on a chair. If you have a roller, you can do this. All right, so the rest of the warm-up will just be going over each movement. So we're going to spend the first minute doing Russian swings. Anyone watching this is probably going to know what a Russian swing is. Points I'll drive home, though, is that basically none of the work should be done with the arms. Your arms are basically noodles. It's all your hips. So kettlebell is going to be my hands. It's going to go into my hips. I'm going to hinge at my hips, keep my back nice and straight, and then my hips are going to pop up, and it's going to shove the kettlebell up, and then you bring the kettlebell down. Okay? Hardest part about this is after the kettlebell's been flown up here, wait until the kettlebell comes back down before you hinge again. Okay? If you hinge at the same time, it's going to go too low, and that's going to put a whole lot of strain on your back. So you got to pop the kettlebell up, wait for it to come back down, then hinge. So, wait. Notice the kettlebell is all up in my hips. Okay. So we're going to do that for a minute. And then choose a hand. Doesn't matter which one, because you're going to switch to the other hand. We're going to spend a minute on one hand doing a clean jerk. So after you've been doing this, just, bring one hand up to the front rack position. We can spend a whole day just on this, but if you're watching this, you're most likely done this already. And then you can dip and drive, do a push press, you can do jerk. You're probably going to do one of those. Wouldn't recommend doing a strict press unless you have a very light kettlebell, because you're going to be doing it consistently on this one side for a minute. Okay, after a minute, you're going to switch the other hand, and I'm trying to do this without my pointer finger, which is super awkward, but we'll see how that goes, huh? Okay, so once we've done a minute on each side, we're going to switch to the American swing. So I'm going to bring this down, both hands, and we're going to do an American swing, which is going to be all the way above your head. By that point, it's probably going to be a little hard, because at that point we've been having this big hip hinge for 3 minutes. And so having a more powerful hip hinge to throw the kettlebell higher is going to be harder. After that, you're going to have a little bit of break from your arms, and you're just going to do deadlifts. Now, I don't want to scratch my floor, so I have this pillow for the deadlift. You want to make sure that just kind of similar to the swing, sit those hips back, bend your knees a smidget at the end, tap the floor, and then just stand up. Okay? Then, we're going to do a snatch on one hand and a snatch on the other. And again, without using my pointer finger, I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but we're going to try out. So the snatch, we already, again, if you're watching this, you've probably done this before. The big thing that I want to emphasize is turn of the wrist, okay? So basically in the back swing, you're going to be holding with one hand, the back swing, point your thumb back in the back swing, okay? And then as the kettlebell's coming up, you're just going to turn your hand out, and that's going to help turn the kettlebell around your wrist rather than flipping it, okay? So turn. Let's see if I can give you a better shot there. So turn around there. That's really hard without my pointer finger. We'll see how that goes for a minute. Now, if this is too hard to do for a minute, then you can do it for 30 seconds, or you can do a half snatch where you bring it back here to the front rack, and then you do it from there. That might be what I do, considering I'm not using my pointer finger. So snatch in one hand, snatch on the other hand. Then we're going to have some fun and do around the back plus an uppercut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the kettlebell in one hand. Okay, I'm going to swing this around, switch hands back here, And then I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to catch it with the other side, okay? Here, so let's say I just caught it, right? I uppercut, and I caught the ball part with this hand. From here, I'm going to bring this around, switch, uppercut the other side. Now when I'm going around, I'm keeping the kettle, I'm not turning the kettlebell. I'm not like doing this or that. I'm grabbing it with the same part of the kettlebell that the other hand is. And then coming up, okay? Boom, although again, without using my pointer finger, this is becoming exceedingly difficult. We're gonna do a minute of that. We're almost done. After that, we're gonna do a minute of half rotation switch, and all that is one arm swing, where you switch hands at the top. We do this all the time, one of my favorite things. And we're gonna finish it, minute number 10, with just more goblet squats. And after doing 150 of those yesterday, it's gonna be rough. Now, you don't have to remember the order, because I know that's 10 different exercises. You don't have to remember all that. I'm just gonna call it out, and hopefully I will be doing it, so you can just follow along with me. So, Russian swings, clean and jerk right, clean and jerk left, American swing, deadlift, snatch right, snatch left, round the back uppercut, half rotation switch, and goblet squat. The plan is to move for the entire 10 minutes. We'll see how that goes. I might have to put it down just because of my damn finger. Yeah, here we go. 10 minutes. Starting in 3, 2, 1, Russian swing. Try and be almost relaxed, you know? You want to breathe. Think of a more soft style of kettlebell, where you're trying to be as relaxed as you can so you can keep going for a long time. Breathe. Even if you feel like you don't have to yet, if you breathe now, it'll be better. Almost there. 5, 4, we're gonna go into clean and jerk. 2, 1, I'll start with my bad hand. Okay, so we're going to stick on this one side for the whole minute. It's really hard without the pointer finger. It's like all my muscle memory doesn't really work. So I have to think really hard. 5, 4, 3, switch sides, 2, 1. Same thing on the other side. This is way easier because I have all my fingers on this hand. Okay, switch to American swing. Doing this for a minute. Spin this up. Okay. Deadlift. It's a very similar motion to the swing, but a slightly different range of motion. And less ballistic. Okay. Now we're going to do the snatch. On one hand, I'm going to do a half snatch because I don't want to fling this kettlebell on the floor. Plus, I'm working that nice negative right here. That's real nice. That feels good too. My grip is getting tired. That using the pointer too. All right, switch hands, 3, 2, 1. Just to make it even. Other calf snatches in the side too.
Who's that?
Okay. So now we're going to do around the back. Uppercut. Back. Uppercut. Usually I'm a lot smoother with these. Damn, this hand. It's causing me some issues. It's messing with my switch. I'll be real careful. The thing we're trying to do here is keep our core nice and tight. Don't let the kettlebell move you too much. And a little bit of a of a shrug. and curl. Okay, go into the half rotation switch. Nice and easy one now. Kettlebell's not going airborne. Stay in contact with the kettlebell at all times here. All right, we just got one more minute. It's going to be the goblet squat again. So hold the kettlebell any way you like. I like holding it upside down. I'm going to add a little pause here at the bottom. And one more. All right. That's it. Yeah. So if you went like me and went a little bit on the lighter side, like I used a 16 kilo, it's a really feel-good workout. You know, you just, every muscle in your body is worked. Heart rate is up a little bit. You're warm. It works through a big range of motion. I'll use similar things like, I'll use like a 10-minute kettlebell freestyle, I'll call it, which turns into something very similar as like a warm-up some days. Feels really good. But if you were to use a heavier kettlebell, if you're going to use a 24 kilo, or, you know, if you're really badass, 32 kilo, try and do this workout without putting that down. That can become very difficult very quickly. Or if you want to work, you know, a little bit more endurance, you could double it. You know, you could do this twice. You can circle back and start at the Russian swings again. Super good workout. One of my favorite things to do with the kettlebells, because it's fun. You know, you get the variety. You get to do a whole bunch of different movements. Doesn't seem too grueling because after a minute, you know, you get to change what you're doing. Anyway, eat something good if you're still watching. Have a wonderful evening.